Hello and welcome to Dear Autoboy Brothers podcast. Like, we have never started our podcast this way, right? Maybe we should start doing that, like having a professional intro and we have a conversation, main topic, and outro. Like, we have to bring our podcasting level into the next level, you know?
Like being more formal.
I don't mean formal. Most podcasts have like their intro and they say like hello and welcome to this podcast and this podcast will bring you and then they start talking just informal conversations like I don't know. I was just thinking out loud at the beginning of the pod. Anyways, how are you doing, Jamshid?
I'm doing okay. It's been same summer. Every day is kind of almost same. Um,
Okay.
I don't see any difference. But the same days every day. But it's been kind of cold this summer. I was expecting it to be hot because last
Mm-hmm.
summer was too hot here.
Mm-hmm.
But this summer is not. It is, for example. uh, Almost a whole July was raining.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing about the raining is that it was starting at the same time. For example, it was a cloudy whole day, and it started raining around 4 p.m. and it finished
Mm-hmm.
around 7 8 p.m. And um, I was kind of curious why this summer is being that cloudy and rainy, because which means that I'm also expecting this winter to be cold.
Okay.
Um, I don't know because the last summer it was hot. It was super hot, and the winter wasn't also that cold.
Hmm. Okay. I don't know. Like we live and we see and we die. Yeah, I said we die because, you know, you have to remind yourself that one day you're gonna die. As they say, memento mori. Remember that you die. And I don't know. I feel like recently I haven't been thinking about death, and I think I should quite often because it changes the perspective, you know. Sometimes I feel like I'm in this forever and I have to accomplish this. I have to build the perfect house and I have to get the best car and I have to show myself to the world and that I matter or I deserve lots of respect and they need to treat me well. Or everybody needs to treat. I mean, like, of course, it feels good if other people treat you well, but I don't know. Like, yeah, I'm at this stage of my life right now thinking like this.
Well, it's a goal. It's an ultimate goal. Obviously, it's not gonna happen overnight. It's gonna happen like walking through life and doing difficult things and making yourself important yourself. It's only you who is gonna make yourself important and make yourself like feel respected and so on. And it's a goal, and if you keep working towards that goal, it's gonna happen. Because as they say, nothing is impossible. So this one too.
Like, do you have a role model? Like, role model, I mean, like, there is a person who you look up to and they have accomplished so much and you feel like, oh, they have a good life. I want to live that life. I want to talk to them and I want to copy the way that they have done or learn from them.
Well, actually, I do. I don't look up with to like not many people. I don't really look up to people because everyone is different, right? And
Mm-hmm.
everyone wants a different lifestyle. Everyone wants to end
Mm-hmm.
up in a different positions, and
Mm-hmm.
I think that it's very rare to find that exact role like a role model that exact lifestyle that you also want to end up. It's
Yeah.
very hard. One way or another, you want kind of slightly different things. Oh,
Yep.
I wish it was like this, or it was like that. I don't want it this way. I want it that way.
Yeah.
But I would say currently maybe I look up to Khurshid Bro here
Mm-hmm. Okay.
because he's the closest one to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like physically, I can talk to him. I can see what he's doing, how he's interacting with people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really copy him. I
Yeah.
I copy him. I copy the things that he does like automatically, like not without knowing it. For example, I sometimes pay attention how he shakes other people's hand, how he talks to people, and how he interacts with people. Because interacting people, especially in business, is one of the important things. Because
Yes.
people pay attention like a lot, like whatever, like every little moments, like people pay attention to you. That's
Yeah.
why I noticed that I am without knowing it unconsciously, I copied some of his traits, like how he talks to people and how he speaks.
Yeah, that's good
Mm,
because environment
mm,
matters. If you surround yourself with successful people, you will be the next one, right? If you are surrounded by a bunch of losers, you're gonna be the next loser. And I don't mean the loser by, I don't want to disrespect anybody, but if you are in an environment that is completely opposite of what you want, like you need to leave that environment, you know? For example, some of my classmates, like, um, I'm not saying they are losers. They are living good lives here, and I respect that, and that's good. Sometimes it's also good version. Like they go to Choehona every day because one of my classmate owns Choehona, and here is how it looks like. So sometimes I join them once a week or sometimes twice a week. We go to Choehona, we eat, we speak, we talk nonsense, and after that, we go to play PlayStation, and it's 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. and can't wake up in the morning to go for a run or to do other things, and too tired to be at work. Like that affected me very bad. Uh, and after I have joined them, like for a couple of months, and it affected my years, like doing that kind of stuff because I was giving my excuse like I haven't been spending a lot of time with my friends during university. Why not spend some time with them? And spending time with them like uh was meant unproductivity, staying up late, and not doing the things that I should be doing in order to accomplish my goals. Like if you remember, I used to wake up in the morning and go for a run every single day. It wasn't about running or it wasn't about becoming super strong. It was just about what was it about? It was about discipline and saying the thing that I want to do and doing it, especially in the during the later years. So I realized that I need to change my environment. So I stopped hanging out most of the time. I still hang out with my friends like once or twice a month with them, and it's good. Because I want different things. I want to build my own business. I want to accomplish things. There are so many things that I should do. So I need to hang out with more with business people. And the more I hang out with business people who think outside of the box, who want to do something, they go to bed early. So when I am hanging out with them, I come home early and I am inspired and motivated to be more productive and to work on my things. Recently, I know I'm talking a lot, but I have to say this. Recently, I started teaching at IT company and English. And when I see their work ethic, when I see that they are trying so hard to accomplish and starting new projects or startups or new things, or they are always working. Sometimes they work on Sundays as well. Like, look at that work ethic. They work so hard and work hard, play hard, as they say, and they have some money or time to travel or see the world and to support their life, you know. So yeah, environment matters.
I think yeah, it is true. It is true. It's completely true. I agree with you. And I can say that no one is forcing you, right, to hang out with them
Yep.
because for some reason I always put myself in a situation where people are not gonna invite me for places. I don't know
Mm,
how I exactly do it, but sometimes like there are people who I know who I might hang out. For example, here too, there are some Tajik guys, like group of
mm-hmm.
Tajik guys, like they used to be here, and then they used to do things together. They used to like travel. They used to go to clubs and do stuff. But
Yeah.
they knew me, and they know that I'm young. They know that I'm capable of doing all of the things, but they never invited me.
Yeah.
I I I don't know how exactly how, but I always put myself in a situation where like they never invite me, and that's
Yeah,
good
that's
too
good.
because I don't have to make excuse or
Say no.
say no, and I don't have to put myself in that situation too, and and recently all I have been doing work, right? I'm not working on some super big project, but I feel like I am building like a basic work model because
Mm,
um, if you know how to work, like not on like some specific thing, but if you know like the basics, like if you know the how to work, you can work on anything and you can accomplish anything. For example, let's say um like sleeping less because we are young, we can do more work and like if there is any opportunity around us, just seize the opportunity and use it. For example, when I'm doing taxi, it's not that big thing, but I am working too long. I'm working at least minimum 12 hours. Like it's gonna go up to 13, 14, 15. Yesterday I was working around 16 hours. I was up 16 hours, and in 2 days I slept only 2 hours. And that when I say this to us to other people, they say, "Oh, it's bad for you. You shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do that." But when I say this to Khurshid bro, he says, "Okay, if there is opportunity, seize it, use it. You can sleep later, or you can sleep during afternoon." And he makes a different. He says different things, and I think it's also our choice who we hang out and who we talk to, and it's we should make a super conscious decision on that.
yeah. Not sleeping, only sleeping 2 hours, 4 hours. 2 hours is bad, but 4 hours is also bad, but it should be manageable. You are young, but when you grow older, you cannot do anything if you are sleeping only 2 hours. So that's why the body is changing. Like it's time to work hard. So yeah, and there is also difference between work hard and work smart. I'm sure you know about that, right? You can be working 16 hours in taxi and make this much money, but you are working at 16 hours on your startup or some kind of huge business, and that's a great investment on your future. Yeah, you're learning, and I'm happy about it. Yeah, that's great. I feel like at this young of age, like we should be working harder
Yeah.
to get the things that we want and that we need in life. Like if we put human life into seasons, right now I think we are living and the so I think I'm living the summer of my life, you know, because after summer, autumn comes. So summer, what do? We work. We work, we plant the seeds, we put the seeds, we water the seeds, and in fall we start to picking them up so that in winter we don't struggle. So yeah, like I'm working very hard, maybe 35, 40, I start picking up some of those fruits so that I can enjoy them in winter, you know, picking up those fruits and storing them. So everything is like makes sense if you put your life into seasons. So you are born, it is spring, and you are growing, 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 growing. So that's how I like to see things and imagine myself to be like I like to pause myself, stop myself, and to have some kind of reality check. Where am I and what should I be doing? And am I doing the things that I should be doing now? Like I have this body and I have the power. I can work. I can do work, and I should be working now. So I should not be working when I'm old and I can't move my body.
Mm. I mean, they say, you're not stressed. You're not stressed because you're doing less. You're stressed because you're doing less what you want.
Yeah,
I think that's a good point. I think we just analyze the um, whole point of ultimate goals as a man. For example, we discuss like how we should be respected, how we should be treated well. Like this is what we want, and also that we want that when we are older, we want our own things. We don't want to rely on people because. For example, when we are old, we have to have our own fruits that we can pick up and just eat without
yeah.
relying on any other. For example, without relying on our kids, we should be
Mhm.
able to do them by ourselves, and we should be treated well. I think this is the ultimate goal, like big goals, and we should be working toward them every single day. And if we are doing it without skipping days off, just like I do for my check, I think I will achieve it like slowly but surely.
Yeah, consistency is key. Consistency, discipline, they are the key to success in everything, which I have proved. Like I have been consistent with my French, and it improved so much. I didn't do too much. I didn't work hard. I just listened to podcasts every single day, and I just journaled in French every single day. Sometimes in the morning, sometimes twice a day. In the morning, I used to write about the things that I am going to do in French, and in the evening, about the thing that I have done during the day. This way, I practice it past tense, future tense, and present tense, and it helped me a lot. And because I was very consistent about it, I just put 10 15 minutes. It wasn't
Mm,
hard work, it was just smart work.
mm. Because yesterday I was working too long. I was working hard, right? Let's say, and today, because I was working too long yesterday, today I slept in. I couldn't wake up at the time which I wanted. I put this alarm, but I pressed the snooze button like 4 or 5 times, and then suddenly my phone stopped ringing. And I told myself, what if I also woke up at the time that I wanted and kept working and continued this work routine for a very long time? I think it's gonna change lots of things because keeping that routine, like waking up at the same time and working that as much as possible and sleeping and waking up every day, like you're doing the same thing over and over again without like sleeping in, just like me, or like without getting distracted. I think you're gonna achieve anything, and it's not gonna be that hard.
Yeah, one tip I want to give you, like, if you are sleeping less, I heard it somewhere. Some driver was talking about it, who used to drive trucks in the United States. He was saying that if you are very sleep deprived, like, if you have some time, like, put a timer to 22 minutes. I think it was 22 minutes, no more, and take a nap. Like close your eyes. If you sleep, you sleep. If you don't sleep, you don't sleep. Close your eyes for 22 minutes. If you sleep, it's called power nap in English. So 22 minutes enough. Timer rings, alarm rings, and you wake up and you do your thing. Like napping is very important if you are taking not enough sleep. And I think you can fix your schedule. You have lots of freedom right now as a Uber taxi driver. Schedule it. Like if you are working 15 hours today, and tomorrow you are sleeping most of the day, and tomorrow you are working only 3 hours, for example. It's like now 18 hours. If you work 10 hours today, 10 hours tomorrow, like that's being consistent and more disciplined, more structured, you know.
Mm.
You need to look at your schedule like weekly, like look at the chart, or it doesn't have to be something complicated. Just take a pen or piece of paper or notes, like just write Monday how many hours you worked, Tuesday how many hours you worked. Like you're gonna see the chart, like Monday I worked this much, and Tuesday I worked this much, and Wednesday I worked this much and this much. Like what is happening here? Can I level it? Like, can I make it so that I'm working the same amount of time every single day? Can I work 10 hours every single day? Or should I be working 8 hours? That's the questions that you need to ask and evaluate weekly. Weekly. You look at your weeks, how much time you are working, how much time you are sleeping, how much time you do have for your other things, you know?
I mean, I think that like I worked like around minimum 70, 80 hours a week last week,
Mm-hmm.
and that's too long. And I thought that I am doing I was able to do 80 hours a week, like almost 100 hours a week, just doing a taxi driver. Being taxi driver is not that big thing. You're not gonna get the big thing in the future. It's just today's thing. You know, just earn money and spend it.
Yeah, short term.
It's not short term. Short term. It's not long term. But I thought, okay, now I know that. But before I didn't know that I could work that much, and now I
Yeah.
know that I was actually was able to work around 100 hours a week. Now, what, and I ask myself, what if I turn this into something bigger for something long term, right? What if I like have my money, like work on the um as a being Uber driver and save my money, and then so that I can take a week off or 2 weeks off and then spend that 100 or 200 hours a week, 200 hours into something big, because I have that energy. And uh, if you never know what your limits are, what your how much hours you can work unless you do them yourself, and not unless you see them yourself. Before I didn't know that I could work that much. Now I know. Now I know that my average hours a week, if I do the same thing every day, is 80 hours average.
Yeah.
And now
Yeah, yeah.
when it comes to napping, I'm doing. Now I realize that, okay, I go to airport sometimes, and I wait around hour for the next order in the airport. That's when I think I'm taking a nap, I guess. Once a day. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good idea. Napping, especially power nap shouldn't be very long, like can be short. And then yeah, good. Yeah, stay safe on the roads, and making sure that you have enough sleep is very important, especially if you are driving, you know.
Mm.
I'm sure you know about that. Yeah, like for some reason we procrastinate, we are lazy when we have the time to do the things that we want to do, and we get busy. Oh, I wish I had more time to do those things. Yeah, pressure.
And
So,
yesterday I was driving to another city.
mhm,
It is 1.5 hours from the city that I'm currently in. I was driving a family of four. They were like parents and kids, and I was super tired, and I was kind of sleepy, but
mhm,
I was not allowed to feel asleep or make a mistake, because it was not because that mistake would be very huge. And because you know, on road and you're going super fast, and even small mistake is gonna make a bigger consequences. And I don't want to make that mistake, because that mistake is not gonna only affect my life, it's gonna affect the family, full family of four, you know.
yeah,
And that's when I realized that, okay, sometimes you should take the like a fullest responsibility. Like nobody cares if you're tired or like sleepy or anything. Like responsibility is yours, and you should take it. And sometimes taking the full responsibility and doing the thing is crucial.
yeah. And so, and being more responsible driver, taking enough sleep is also important.
Yes.
So you don't want to have that extra 2 hours of work money, like it's not gonna make you rich or you're not
Yeah.
going to become too successful, and it's not that important if you think about the big picture, like this is short term, and so just work for making enough money so that you can solve current problems. And I'm happy that you are learning from this experience. Yeah, that's good.
Um, and I was locked in yesterday, 1.5 hours. I was like, super locked in. I was like,
Yeah, good.
because sometimes here, like people do some crazy things. It's like because when I'm driving, I'm getting super pissed off because people do lots of crazy things, and which is gonna make me piss me off sometimes.
Mm.
I'm not that good driver.
Mm-hmm.
I'm young. I'm not that good driver, but I see some like 30 years old or 40 years old, like a like old man doing some crazy things. That makes me like, oh, why did you do it? Like, don't do it. I mean, like, you know, I think I should learn how to like I should learn how to control my stress and my mood toward the things, because I'm not gonna be able to change everyone's mentality. Like I'm not gonna make the every driver on the road like a drive safe, or like a safe in a very on their line, or like not um making anything hard for me. I cannot
Mm-hmm.
change anything, but what I can change is that like even if someone is doing wrong, I can change that I should be able to control my stress and not piss off.
Yeah. Yep.
Because that's easier.
True.
So we just recorded the Uzbek podcast. So um, for those listeners who are listening to this English one, is he also speaking Uzbek? Go check it out. It's gonna be on YouTube.
Yeah. I'm excited to have you as a guest on the pod, and it was quite interesting. And that is one of the long-term projects. Like podcasting is kind of becoming like a hobby to me, and I started enjoying it more when I started this podcast with you, and I'm sitting down and talking to you an hour or so every week. Of course, we are chatting and talking via Telegram or WhatsApp. And now I have some guests, and I'm sitting down with Uzbek people and talking to them in Uzbek. That's interesting. I'm learning so many things, and it's like a way of form of socializing for me and having fun. And every day there is something that I'm excited about. So right now I'm making zero money and I'm not expecting to get money out of it. I'm just doing it because I like doing it. And ever since I started it, like I started improving my negotiation skills. Like inviting other people to your podcast is also isn't easy thing, and communication skills like hearing myself speaking on the video is something interesting. And yeah, like I'm learning and I'm growing and I'm really happy about it. As I mentioned before, like I like listening to podcasts, and I always wanted to have my podcast. For now I feel like it is not about the numbers, how many people are listening, and it's not really important to me right now. Like I just the process of recording podcasts and talking, like I'm just enjoying the process, like journey.
So who's
And
your who's your next guest?
I'm going to have, do you remember my Uzbek student from no, my student from Netherlands who was learning Uzbek, you
Oh
know
yeah.
he's Mr. Yan. His Uzbek is pretty good now, He it was we were just fixing some issues. He can speak fluent Uzbek, and his life is just fascinating to me. The way he lives his life. He was just an English teacher, just like me, and he taught at universities English in Uzbekistan. And when he goes back to his home country, for some reason, he needs to be back in Netherlands, and there is no job teaching English for him, and it's very less money. So he finds this job. He will talk more about it in details in Uzbek podcast, and you can check it out and listen. And he starts at an IT company. He starts teaching Microsoft to workers, to new workers. He starts teaching Microsoft like how to use. He didn't know about Microsoft apps and other things. Um, he learns. He goes home just like you. He told me I didn't sleep well those periods, those chapters in his life. He didn't sleep well. He was working 12, 14 hours every day to learn Microsoft first and then go and teach to other people, you know? And do you know where he is now? He is very well established. He moves to IT completely. He becomes this IT guy. He learns coding and other things. He never stopped learning. Now he has his own firm, you know, like he has many firms in Romania, in Netherlands, like many places he has mentioned. And I don't know, he should, and he sells lots of products to Great Britain. He I don't know, like just it's just an amazing story, very inspirational, very motivational, especially as an English teacher for me, like hearing from this real person, you know. And they are always traveling because they just want to be in different places all the time because their life allows them, because he can work just remotely and get stuff done. Just love this guy, and the way he lives his life is amazing, you know.
I think you should prepare for that one because it's gonna be one of the interesting ones for you because he has a better stories than me and the person you had previously. I think you should prepare for that the one. You should know like how podcasters take the like link everything and like ask questions and so you should prepare for that one better and
Yep.
you can create a great episode out of it. And then what you
Yes,
can
that's right.
I'm coughing a lot again today. For some reason, I cough a lot when I speak a lot. When I speak more. When I speak less,
Uh,
I don't cough that much. When I
you need
speak
to
more,
drink water.
well, I am drinking water. For some reason, it's not working. So I don't know.
Yeah, like when you talk a lot, I think like your throat gets dry and then it becomes irritating and then yeah, that's the
So yeah,
process.
you can get a great episode out of it, and then what you can do also is that create some shorts and promote them on Instagram or YouTube so that the people watch the short one and then wanna listen to a longer format. And even from the longer format, if it's gonna be 1 hour, you can cut the 10 minutes or 5 minutes of interesting part and then post it on YouTube again, because not everyone is gonna listen for 1 full hour. They might wanna listen to 5 minutes of that like interesting part. You know what I mean?
Yeah, good idea.
So that
Yep.
the so that people gonna hear like gonna watch the short format and like 5 minutes format, so that they wanna watch the longer format as well. Like it's you can get a great format, like a great episode out of it if you have time. Do your research and just prepare. And I wish you good luck for the next episode. I hope it's gonna be one of the best.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the wishes. Thank you for advice. I'm gonna do my best. Yeah, there is something value that I want to get out of him, you know. There are so many stories that are unheard, and they should be sharing their stories because they don't portray their life on Instagram, or they're kind of like older generation, you know, but they are very nice and wise and lots of things to say. Yeah. We just recorded our Uzbek podcast with you. Now we are recording English one. I think we can make it shorter for today, right? For Dear Author Web Browsers podcast.
Yes, we can do that. And what also things that I want to say is that as a podcaster, as someone who is gonna leading the podcast, you should be the one who should be asking the questions on time, so that the all the stories he's gonna tell you are kind of like is gonna link it to each other. And then for the next episode, if he's that interesting person, just give you a time like it doesn't have to be 1 hour or 45 minutes. It can be longer. Maybe you will cut into two parts. If it's gonna be too long, you can post on YouTube part one and part two.
Yep.
um it's gonna be good. You're still
Yeah.
improving, you're still learning. It's gonna take some time, but maybe in one day, maybe after a year or 2 years, you're gonna be better version of you at podcasting, and then you will invite that guy again, and you're gonna do part two.
Yeah, that's the idea. All right. For Dear Hank and John. Oh, did I say Dear Hank and John?
Why did you say Gideon hanging out? Did we
Because
just
I,
because we are the Autoboy brothers doesn't mean we are hanging out.
yeah, they are my role models. I listen to their podcast all the time. And they are the inspiration to this podcast.
Yeah,
And we have to give the credit to them. And I enjoy what they do, and I love what they do. I listen to every episode.
yeah.
In their podcast, John Green was talking about like, if you give me one year to do one thing, like for example pottery, he was saying, if you give me 1 year to do one pottery, one pot, and perfect pot, he says, I will not be able to do it. But if you give me 1 year and if you ask me to do 1,000 pots, the thousandth one is going to be perfect.
Mm,
So that resonated with me. So I don't want to spend a lot of time making the best podcast. I just want to record like hundreds of podcasts, and I'm hoping the last podcast, hundreds or 50s podcast, is going to be better than this one.
yeah,
I'm not comparing myself with Joe Rogan or Dear Hank and John or other brother podcasts. I'm just comparing myself with me, with us, like how we were at the beginning and how we are right now.
yeah.
Yeah, that's it, folks. That's it, Jamshid. I'm gonna talk to you on Tuesday
Next week, exactly.
next week. Goodbye.
Bye,
Talk
everybody.
to you.